That's because, like, if you think about the planes of the face, coming back to this is like acting more like a shelf. All right, welcome to Paint Coach. If you're new to the channel, my name's Chris Fornatero, and I help thousands of students every single month get better at oil painting through my online courses and tutorials. Now, portrait painting is really all about how you see and how you think about the face. And this can be seen in your process of painting the face. If you're somebody who will just paint the eye to completion, then move to the nose and paint that to completion, then move to the other eye, paint that to completion, that's an indicator to me that you're probably not thinking about the head as a whole, and you're not thinking about it like a sculptor. So that's why I want to show you in this video that you don't have to get everything perfect right away. You want to build the portrait as you go, like a sculptor. You know, you have a big chunk of clay and you sculpt it down into the general shape of the head. Then you sculpt it a little more specific, a little more specific, a little more specific. And there's a lot of what I call pushing and pulling with the paint, meaning you might push things darker, then pull them back lighter later on. You might push your drawing one way and then pull it back another. You might push the colors one way and pull them back another. It's just like you're pushing and pulling clay. And I think the biggest thing that you're going to gain from this is a sense of comfort when you're painting a portrait, knowing that no matter what happens, you can always push it and pull it into the right direction. And when you go in with that mindset, it's going to cause you to paint looser and freer and with more confidence, and that will eventually come out in your end painting. So let's get into this tutorial. It's got a linen panel that I toned actually with ultramarine blue and a little yellow ochre. Palette, ivory black, alizarin crimson, burnt sienna, cadmium red, yellow ochre, and titanium white. It's pretty much the Zorn palette plus burnt sienna and crimson. So, well, cad red and ivory black here. So I can just use this, say top of the head, bottom of the chin, like right there. So I got top of the head, bottom of the chin, and then actually let's do bottom of the chin up to corner of the eyes, which would be right here to right there. That should be good there, I would say. And then let's actually do this distance right here. Just go straight up to that hairline. Cool thing about this method of just getting like little measuring points like this is you can get as many or as few as you like. Kind of once you start getting a good amount of these, you need less and less measurements because then you can kind of just get plumb lines or, you know, use what you have measured. Let's just block it. We're going to light, shadow first. Then we'll go from there. So for the shadow, a little cad red. I'm using a pretty good sized brush, number 4. A little bit of black. I don't want this to be extremely dark. And I'm just going to go ahead and even paint this top lip. Painting everything. Some shadow and shadow. I'm going to take this dark that I'm using, this hair and shadow, and I'm going to do something kind of cool. I'm just going to go where I want that bottom of the chin to be. I'm going to pull that right into there. Just mixing some burnt sienna, a little ivory black, just to kind of get something in for this hair. It's kind of like a value placeholder. Let's jump to the light side of the face here. Let's get some yellow ochre, a little bit of white, touch of burnt sienna, a little crimson. Just trying to come up with just kind of like an average color value. Just a little lighter here. Okay, as we drop down, introduced a little more red, a little crimson, a little burnt sienna here. Just seeing more red in the cheeks and the nose area. If you're watching this video and you struggle mixing skin tones, I've made a free skin tones lesson. Talk about the colors I like to have on my palette when mixing skin tones and kind of my thought process and method for mixing any kind of skin tone. If you'd like to check that out, I'll put a link to it in the description of this video. Got a little something everywhere. So now what we want to do is build off this. Push darks darker, push lights lighter, like push more form. You know, everything's two-dimensional right now. So, for example, a little bit of white, a little bit of yellow ochre. You put in a nice little highlight there. You have form. Push a little highlight there, you get some form above the eye. A little more form. Trying to go even brighter. A little yellow ochre right up here, because I know that's going to be the brightest area. Now I think to myself, what other areas need to be adjusted? Let's get a little red, a little burnt sienna. I'm seeing this section here is slightly darker than what I have. I'm also seeing just like shifts in color. Areas that are more red. I feel like I see like the faintest reflected light on the side plane of the face here. It kind of wraps around. This eyebrow turns right there. Go down to a little zero brush. Work the color of the eye. So, a little yellow ochre and ivory black. It's a good desaturated green. A little bit of red in there. Just kind of mainly wanting to put this on the bottom right. Because the catch light is on the top left. Try and still put a little bit of black in that catch light, which will be, I'm going to try and, I'm just going to use my rigger brush for this. A tiny, skinny little brush. Again, if I can find it, that is. I wish y'all could see like how many brushes I have in here. I should have, oh, there it is. Should have pulled out all the ones I needed beforehand. Like we got a lot of information in here. Get enough paint on my brush here. I have a strong little catch light. Let that paint blend together, get a softer transition. Dial this in. And strong light hitting this. That's because, like, if you think about the planes of the face, coming back to this is like acting more like a shelf. Something to always be aware of. The shelf kind of comes out here. Pushing things a little bit lighter for this side plane of the nose. Going a little bit lighter. This middle plane that always catches the most light. It's a little more color light, a little bit darker. This bottom plane kind of rolls back towards the face. Kind of soften this transition a bit. There's just so much that's going through my head while I'm painting this about things that I know about the face, and like right now, particularly the eye, like how many planes, you know, there's like 2 planes on the bottom part of the eyelid, you know, and all these things I do go over in my portrait course if you really want to dive deep into portraits. That's why I made it, to help supplement the videos here and slow down, and actually have like lectures and demonstrations, exercises, tutorials. A lot of times you'll see cooler colors like kind of purples or grays right underneath the eyes. So much of portrait painting is just like adjusting until you get it to where you want it. All right, I don't want to develop the face too much. I could just keep going and going. I guess I'll show you a little bit with the hair, kind of what I see and do. I always keep it pretty simple, using a big brush. Kind of start with some dark, library black and burnt sienna. Just really want to be thinking about the simple form. Like if I just darken this, kind of gives it a little bit of lift and structure. And it's like it gets darker as it comes down here, and then we'll put some light there. I'm always on the lookout for like some big structural things. Like I feel like I need to kind of restructure this bottom jaw. I think it angles too much. It needs to maybe a little more like that. I think that's looking all right. Not bad for hour and 1 minute, which includes me talking. Paint a lot slower when I talk. That's something I kind of wish I did. Wish I would have pushed her head a little higher up, but I think it's all working. Now, if you'd like to see the full hour-long version of this tutorial, you can inside Paint Coach Studio, along with literally hundreds of other painting tutorials, and I upload a new one every single week. If you give any of them a try, you can post them into the Paint Coach private Facebook page, which has close to 1,000 members. It's a great, positive painting community of like-minded artists that are learning just like you. If you'd like to give it a try, free for 7 days, you can. I'll put a link to where you can do that in the description of this video. All right, I'm Chris Fornatero, here telling you to go get painting.